We're gonna take a look at this class real quick. I'm gonna call out a couple highlights of the class.
If you believe you'll be successful, you become successful.
Yeah, this was a great thing to start with, I thought. So the question was,
I don't think it's like a grand factor of
if you believe you'll be successful, will it make sure, like, guarantee you're successful?
I want to be successful, and that's the drive. It's not really like, it's the mindset. The mindset's the drive.
And I thought it was a great question to start with.
It is absolutely true that belief alone is not enough. All right. What you need
I like the way he pivots this.
That you need to be delusional.
I love the way he put it. Be delusional.
Thought that you would get picked to get in. You are all delusional enough to be hitting the go live button, which is in it of itself an act of ego, right?
He's got a good point here.
You have to be delusional. It's not a teachable skill. That is a skill that you either have intrinsically, maybe confidence you grew up with.
It's not a bad skill either.
Guess what you win for the gold star?
So he had an activity where he had all of them check underneath their chairs for a star. And he's like, he was looking for specific colors. The gold star.
I will be rating you today.
He, at the time he was like streaming, he had 20,000 viewers.
Now,
so he's gonna raid her after this.
You to earn that gold star. Got lucky. Raise your hand if you got a white star. I got bad news for you. All right, you guys, and this is a real stat, you guys are going to leave Streamer U less successful than you came in.
I like how he did this.
On last year's Streamer...
I'm going to throw this out there. So I was talking to a couple people about this. I was talking to a couple, because I watched both his classes, and one of the things that I noticed with them is, first of all, he is brutally realistic about this. But not only that, he's like, if you don't have the drive to do this, don't do it. Or if you just want to do it for fun, do it for fun. There's a whole different world out there comparing the two, for doing this for your livelihood, what it means to have this as a livelihood. But I was saying, these are great classes to talk people out of streaming. But for the right reason. So they did Streamer U last year as well. I want you to look at this. These are all people who were in Streamer U last year. The green lines are people who gained viewers. The red lines are people who lost viewers. This is where they were when they started. This is where they ended up. Just because you got a little lucky does not mean you're gonna succeed, is what I thought was interesting.
The average viewership of all the streamers who participated in Streamer U 2025 is down 287 viewers. Wow. They have lost viewers year over year.
56% gained less than 9 viewers or lost viewers.
Streamer U is supposed to be the trip of a lifetime. You're supposed to have made it. We should discipline ourselves in small things and from those progressive things of greater value. This is Marcus Aurelius. Okay, he was.
I like how he did that. I like how he did that. He didn't make it about capitalizing on things. Yes, you got lucky. You're here. You're able to do a little bit more. But that ain't it. That ain't all of it. It's really good to go with things when the going is good. But the going ain't always gonna be good. And yeah, if you don't have the discipline to keep going even at the times when it's not good, you can't succeed. Because you're gonna, it's a fluid thing. That is so major.
In the world, do it now.
So
pen and paper.
I want you guys to do this as well.
Pen and paper right now. If not, you can put
if you're not a streamer, just write down your goals for the year. If you look right here around behind him, those are his actual goals when he first started off 8 years ago. He has kept that piece of paper. He wrote it in his college dorm room and kept that piece of paper.
And I want to see your goals. I'll reply to all of them. That's part of your homework today. But ultimately, motivation is fleeting. Discipline, okay, is what will help you be a successful whatever you want to be in the future. And goals can help you be accountable. We're going to talk about schedule.
This is big.
It's important. Schedule kind of helps. Yeah. It helps make sure you wake up at similar times, get similar sunlight, you eat correctly, you're working out correctly. And I don't think people think enough about.
There's a reason why I have a schedule, guys.
When can I spark? How long can I be live?
I did these, by the way.
What is the life you want to lead? Okay, write it down for yourself. You can make your life really easy if you... I think a lot of you guys don't want to take days off. I think a lot of you
This
guys
is a big one, I know, for a lot of people.
You are human. You are fallible. Give yourself the best opportunity to succeed in 5 years. People underestimate what they can do in 5 years. They overestimate what they can do in 1 year, okay? I think experiencing life makes you a better streamer, makes you a more well-rounded person.
You go out and do things. You have things to talk about.
Do we have a question on that?
He's making a lot of really good points. And this is not just about streaming. Having tangible physical goals that you can grab, you can look at, and you can keep in front of you, I think is huge. Does it work for everyone? No. Everything here is not going to work for everyone. I wish I could keep a schedule. I'm the only one there to enforce it. I really struggle to do so. Same. The way I do it, not only do I have it physically written out next to me, my computer background has my schedule on it. It has a daily schedule, and it yells at me each time I'm supposed to be moving on to the next task. Discipline is hard. No one is saying it isn't. Discipline for some people feels completely fucking impossible. Me, I'm a lazy person. I openly admit that. That is one of my biggest weaknesses. You give me the option of doing work or doing nothing, I'm gonna do nothing. I'm gonna do nothing. I will sit here and I will doom scroll on YouTube watching shorts. You have to want to change. It's the whole saying of you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. You have to want to change. And you have to also understand you are human, you're fallible, you're going to make mistakes, but you can't kill yourself over those mistakes.
I need you guys for your homework. All right, this is it.
The goals, the goats, in the schedule. That's what he's having them do. So I'm going to be completely transparent with you guys. I did do this, and I'll share my goals with you right now. My goals for the rest of 2026 is be consistent in streaming. I've had a lot of things pop up over this past year where I've not been able to be consistent. That also does lead into something else I'm going to bring up later, because we're going to have a little bit of a discussion after this is over of some other things, mostly regarding my own streams. Upload my VODs. VODs require very, very little editing. They just require the time to upload and that, we're going to bring it back to it, that discipline and scheduling to make sure that they actually get uploaded so people can find you. One edited video a week. Just one. I'm starting small. Just one. And here's the one that I struggle with the hardest. Understand half-assed is better than nothing or better than perfect. That may sound strange to people, but it was a Reddit or like a Tumblr post I read a long time ago. That was a college professor who said it. The post one is one I've seen as well, and I could really do to get through my head. Yeah, it is a tough one. It is. And I am very much perfectionist. It's one of the reasons why I take so long with my videos, and then why I usually end up not releasing them. I'm going to start giving myself time limits. I have this long to edit the video, and then it goes out regardless. It goes out regardless. It doesn't matter if I'm done. It doesn't matter if it's perfect. Doesn't matter. None of that matters. It goes out. Because otherwise I'm going to overthink things. And as I keep doing this, I'm gonna get better with editing, I'm gonna get better with practice, and I will get better knowing at what I should be doing. But until I get those things out, I won't know. But it's like the whole thing of like brushing your teeth, showering, brushing your teeth. It's better to have like a quick 5-minute shower, or at least put on deodorant, or brush your teeth for 30 seconds versus the full 2 minutes. That is better than not doing it at all. It doesn't matter if it's a timing thing, if it's a like feeling thing, you're not up to it. Doing it a little bit, half-assing it, is better than not doing it at all. And if you keep waiting for perfection, you're never gonna reach it, because you are your worst critic, and you are going to make more mistakes doing it, and you're gonna keep finding more flaws. So that was my goals.
I want to just actually take.
There was one here that was really good.
Share with the class.
Like lose my imposter syndrome, because I do struggle with that a little bit.
Lose your imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I like the way he does this.
I think, Bonnie, a good way to phrase goals are things you can make actions on, right? So lose the imposter syndrome is hard because it's a little open-ended. So maybe write down things you appreciate about yourself every day. You know, like building confidence in ways that you can make tangible actions towards, as opposed to hurting yourself in your own goal.
I like that. I like that. Phrasing goals in positive, actionable ways instead of running yourself down. Actionable goals of things you can work at, not things that you have, not the flaws you're seeing in yourself, not things that you want to, like, ways to run yourself down. Change it. Like that one, the imposter syndrome ran with me. So I went out and bought a notebook, and every morning I'm literally using it as things, as like a mental health thing. What am I thankful for? What am I good at? What am I proud of? And I write down 4 to 5 of them each day.
Okay, usually when I go live, I get 10 to 20,000 viewers. I was live for 4 hours, I didn't get a single viewer. I didn't even get a bomb.
I want you to listen to that. I want you to listen to that. Normally live for 10 to 20,000 viewers did the exact same thing he does on his channel normally. Did it on a brand new channel and got no one. 4 hours, he had no viewers. No bots even.
You would have more viewers on his channel than he would on yours. How many hours should you stream a day?
Okay, before he continues, I want to preface something. How many hours a day should you stream? This is if you are treating streaming as a full-time job. This is if this is what you are trying to make your career and what you are trying to do with your life. This is not just like for somebody who's doing it as a hobby.
I like that. I think you guys in the money spot. 8 to 12 is way too long. You are wasting your time. And this is about efficiency of time, okay? You can stream 12 hours, you'll make more money.
I'm going to point out something after he does this.
But the efficiency of your time just isn't there. Because Twitch is not going to help you grow as a creator. You are basically cashing in on the audience you currently have.
So, and this is one of those things. It's like, I know clip farming is currently the meta. Get out as many clips as you can to stream for the clip. But there's an issue with that. And it's a very intrinsic issue. Most clips are either really high points, really silly points, really loud points. Like, they are extraordinary points. And it sets up an unrealistic expectation of the viewer. Person watches your clip, they come in, they say, oh wow, this person's like really loud, really funny. And then they come into your stream and you're not like that. If you're not like that 24/7, if your clips are not how you normally are, they feel jebaited. They feel like it's a bait and switch. So they're not gonna stick around, it's not gonna grow a community.
This is the content that I got out of it, okay?
This is what he's talking about with the content funnel.
You know, 178K, 140K. I got 3 edited videos, 320K, a million, 330K. I got a couple shorts at $500,000 and $1 million, okay? All right, that's all from one stream.
One stream, he got 8 pieces of content, and 6 of them are evergreen content, which means they are going to keep making him money in perpetuity, as opposed to just streaming to stream. Clips, how often does YouTube or even TikTok recommend the same clip over and over again? You get recommended it once, then you never see it again.
This is how much all that content made.
Holy moly.
Hold on, I want you to look at that again.
This is how much all that content made.
That's not including the Twitch stuff. That's not including what he made over on Twitch. This is just from the YouTube videos. This is what I mean about evergreen content and also making yourself discoverable. I get recommended the same videos over and over, but that's because videos, yes, you get recommended the same videos over and over. I'm not talking videos. I'm talking shorts. I'm talking shorts. I'm talking TikToks. I'm talking reels, not videos. Shorts have a different shelf life than videos. YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram, on average, will only push a short form video for 2 to 5 days. That's it, 2 to 5 days. And the majority of that push happens in the first 12 hours. You have to hit a certain threshold in that first 12 hours before it will push you out even more. If you are following a pattern of watching shorts and it's keying in that you like this certain person, then it may show you some of their older stuff as well. But all these people that you see down here are clip farmers. They are not making videos. I skipped over it, but he said there's actually a good chunk of people in here who have no YouTube presence at all. That's what I mean. Videos work on a completely different algorithm than shorts. And this is why he's saying videos are better than shorts.
30 minutes from one stream. Okay, I want to leave you guys with a quote here.
I like this
It's
quote.
from Abe Lincoln. Give me 6 hours to cut a tree and I'll spend 4 sharpening the axe.
Give me six hours to cut a tree, and I'll spend 4 sharpening the axe. The prep work is more important than the actual work itself. The prep work makes everything. It will make your life easier. It will make everything you are doing easier and ultimately improve upon everything. We're going to click over. I'm going to go back to the full screen for a moment because there's some, in the next one, there's some things that are a lot more geared towards streamers. And I think it's kind of important. Here it is.
And you are the few who made it in. One more round of applause.
This is something he covered in the last other class as well, but.
And I got one more surprise for you all. Okay. Most of you will fail. Want to be, we have to ask ourselves an honest question.
I like this.
Raise your hand by show of hands. Do you want to be a streamer?
It's a simple question.
Do you want to be a streamer? This question about it. Because maybe you don't actually want to be a streamer. You want to have what streaming can get you. But there are quicker, better, more efficient ways to do that. Maybe you actually just want to be rich.
You want to be rich. You want to have a following.
Social media following. Guys, we're going to start off with Mr. Number 95. Guys, we were starting off.
He's going through realistic stats for streamers. So here's himself. He is putting himself on blast here.
I'm going to show you how much money I make. I'm the 95th biggest streamer on Twitch. I also stream on YouTube. It doesn't include that, but I'm like maybe top 100, somewhere in there, right? These are my metrics. If they line up with yours, okay, then your revenue will probably be similar to mine. I don't stream nearly as much as some other guys. I have 9,500 subs. All right. For me specifically, okay, we're going to go through some expenses that I have.
This is interesting. I like this.
Everything here is for the month of June. Payroll, $225,000. That is for the 15 employees that I have. Next.
That means, by the way, each one of his employees makes about on average $15,000 a month.
Travel, $55,000. That's a higher number than normal. I ran an event. I had to fly a bunch of streamers out. That's that travel expense. Next up, events. That is the production of the event. Nice. Next, marketing. Again, similar for the event. It's another $10,000. Final total for the month of June is just the expenses, what I spent.
This is what he spent in June, which is more than a lot of people make.
Yes. Question.
That's exactly what a 9-to-5 making a year, but yours is good.
That is way more than most 9-to-5ers make in a year. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, good news for me. Merch sales.
$7,800. That's not bad.
Not bad. YouTube. That's just the YouTube revenue. This includes
That's YouTube ad revenue.
Shorts and videos, 270,000. Twitch gonna be smaller for me, guys. I do not make as much on Twitch, 57,000.
He's okay. He still made as much on Twitch as most people do, more than most people do in a year, in 1 month.
My money, though, I made a pivot in my life. I decided I wanted to stop being.
Here's where it gets crazy.
All right, I did a subathon. I had the most subs any streamer
and
did.
this shows how good he is at marketing.
30,000 subscribers. I ran a higher density of ads, and then I said, you know what? I don't feel good as a multi-millionaire getting these people to pay me money. I didn't like getting 100 gifts. It made me feel weird. I'm gonna start pivoting to get most of my bread from sponsors. That's the biggest cut.
Which I do respect.
Okay, I'm a Rebel athlete. I have an AT&T sponsorship, and I also have an Alienware partnership. These are long-term partnerships. All right, and I do one-off deals as well, as you guys do. This number's 800,000.
That's how much you made in a month. That's before taxes, by the way.
What does Miss Top 1000 look like?
This is an actual person, by the way.
Stats are real, though. This person is a gamer. They average 1,200 viewers. All right? They stream 130 hours. Their sub count is 1,600. And if you go to Twitch Tracker, you guys can all do this later, by the way. TwitchTracker.com. Look up what percent. Anyway, this is a real person who is in the top 1,000. They're not
Yep.
exactly 1,000, but they're close to it. This is all of their viewership. All right, how much do they make? How much is the top?
He doesn't know their
1,000
expenses, so he's going to skip over that.
Sponsorships, $0. Asked them why. They said they think their agency's ass. They haven't had a deal. Okay.
Fair
It's a
enough.
much different number. YouTube, 150.
$150, that's it.
Only 150. They're not posting really long form videos. They're mostly doing shorts.
Shorts do
It's
not
all
make
about
as much
revenue
as
coming
long
from
form
YouTube.
at all.
They're more of a streamer than a creator with multiple verticals. All right. Twitch, 10,000.
That's not bad, though.
That's a good amount of money. That's comparable to what I'm making. I'm making 10,000 as well. All right. And if we go back to the hours a week, that was your question. They stream 130 hours. 130 hours.
A week or month?
For the month, this is all the month of June. So in total, this top 1,000 streamer made 10,000.
I could live off $10,000 a
That's a good
month.
amount of money, right? You make 100K a year being a streamer. That's not bad.
Oh, not all.
All right. Well, let's go one further. Let's go to top 10,000. Mr. 10,000.
Okay,
is a variety.
this is huge because this is where you're going to see a lot more people. 10,000, top 10,000. Top 10,000. And I love the numbers that are shown here.
Streamer is a real person. It's real stats.
He does
They average 150
stream a lot
viewers.
more
Some
than
of you in
the other
this
two.
room average a similar amount. They streamed 180 hours, the most. All right, let's check the revenue for June. Sponsorship, 700. They actually made some effort to get a deal. That makes sense. They've been doing
Not bad.
it 6 years. They have better relationships to get sponsors. YouTube, $0. They have no YouTube presence at all.
That's not good, man.
Twitch, $3,000. Grand total, $3,700.
Top 10,000, $3,700. Most people can make more than that at a normal 9-to-5 job. That's less than $4,000 a month. That's
Now,
not a livable
I need you to
wage.
put this into perspective.
And that's
That is a
top 10,000.
10,000 streamer in the world.
Right.
That is not a small streamer. That is a big streamer. How many streamers are there in the world? Anyone have a guess? Someone give me a guess. 100,000.
Million.
Just in the month of June, how many people went live?
5 million.
Just on Twitch. 5 million?
5 million.
It's not a bad guess, Jason. You're wrong.
Oh my God.
6.2 million people.
On Twitch?
And that guy is
Six-
better than
yeah.
6.24
6.2
Top
million
10,000.
people went live in
And
June.
how much?
That means the average person on Twitch is making way less. If he's top 10,000, that means there is 6,244,000 people who are making way less than that.
I struggle to handle juggling clips and YouTube and streams. Hands up, that sounds like you. Keep your hands up. Keep your hands
I'm gonna
up.
put my
You
hand
guys
up.
Don't understand how YouTube works. All right? Put your hand up, keep your hand up if this sounds like you. My clips do really well, but I don't know how to convert to long form viewers. I should see more hands up because I looked. 9 of the people in this class, I looked at you guys. You're averaging around maybe 100 to 300 viewers. Your clips are banging. You guys have hundreds of thousands of followers on Instagram. You got millions of views. You got more views than me on your clips. You're
Yep.
not converting. Okay? Have you ever wondered why?
Authenticity.
Okay? The expectation of the viewer is not met when they go to the long form content. That is what is happening to you. All right? Now, before we jump into that, I have a question for y'all. What is worth more?
Okay, so I'm going to briefly summarize this segment. He asked what's worth more, a Twitch follower, a TikTok top follower, or a YouTube follower. And his argument is it is a Twitch follower. I'm not 100% sold on that one, but his argument is a Twitch follower because a TikTok follower may only see you for a couple minutes a month total. A YouTube follower, they're going to see you for a little bit more than that. They maybe see you a couple hours a month if you're putting out long form videos. But a Twitch follower, someone who is active in chat, is seeing you for tens of hours a month, 10, 20, 30, 40, up 200 hours a month, depending on how often you stream. So if you're going to push something towards people, those are the people you're going to push towards. because they are now actively involved and actively focused on the ecosystem. They are focused on the personality of the person.
That's too great, but I can't get a lot of viewers. Here's the deal. You cannot always be the clip.
I discussed this a little bit earlier. That you can't always, you have to be authentic. And it sets up unrealistic expectations. He goes into that a little bit more, but this is where I want to go into the content funnel.
We can do better.
This is what he was talking about in the last video as well, where look at the streams as a recording session. Don't look at the streams as a stream. Write out segments. What are you going to do for each segment? I did it for today. I took this to heart and did it for today. And I have for segments. We have the Scrandle segment, which actually ran longer than I intended. Streamer U, which it's running close to what I intended. We have a couple more segments after that. But he's talking about segmenting and what you can get out of each segment.
But if you want to be a streamer, I think at least 100 is right. I think anything over 150 is a waste of your time. You're just being less efficient. Okay, why? Because you're not getting the value of each of these streams, right?
Okay, I want to expand on that a little bit. I'm going to make myself larger for this part. Because this is something that isn't necessarily just for streamers. This goes towards anything. This goes towards, I'm on fire, you want arson segments. This goes towards so much more than just streaming. It is not just about saying, hey, streamers, yeah, you have to be more efficient with your time. Don't stream for this amount of time when you can be doing this, that, and the other thing. It's not just for streaming. It's not just for streaming. It is towards so much more than just streaming. You have to be efficient about your time. Because we as people tend to focus on the things that are fun, the things that are easy, the things that give us instant gratification. But just because you're doing that doesn't mean it's the most efficient use of that time. You have to think longer term. Instant gratification's good. It makes you feel good. It keeps you going for a little bit longer, but it doesn't sustain you. And I like this exercise as well.
You guys should be doing
I did do as well.
Every single day. Let me say that again. This is homework today. You should be doing it every single day. I do it every day.
And this is very much a creative thing.
I think of stream ideas every fucking day. I'm the only guy who thinks of them.
I'm going to share my $100,000 idea. Because this is something I've wanted to do forever. So for people who know me, people who have been around for a while, not only did I used to be a horror streamer, I used to be a professional ghost hunter. What I would love to do, this is my $100,000 idea, is take a bunch of streamers or a bunch of YouTubers who either don't believe in ghosts or believe in them a little bit too much, and I want to take them and put them inside one of the most haunted penitentiaries in the United States. We would film all of it, we'd do an actual ghost hunt, and I would take them through every step of the process. But I'd take like maybe 3 to 4 other streamers, give them all the equipment, and we'd go on an actual ghost hunt. I think this is an idea that would do well. I think it's one that people could clip farm. I think it's one that people could get excited about. I think it's one that people would enjoy because there's a reason why horror content does well. People love watching people get scared. I can see that totally blowing up in the good way. Yeah. So that one's my 100,000. If you want to steal it, all I ask, bring me along. If you're watching this on YouTube, you decide you want to steal that idea, all I'm asking, reach out, bring me along. My business email's in the description. Christmas.
All right, guys, this is something that I've thought about a lot.
I had never thought about this before.
Maybe will help some of you.
But I love the idea. This one really spoke to you.
At school,
I'm glad.
Some of you, it's not that long ago, and you're fucking sick of school. Christmas is around the corner. Pulls you through the last week, month of school, whatever, because you're excited to get to Christmas. Go live.
I never thought about this before either, but I think it's really important for me.
You do that for 8 years, it gets boring. So what keeps me going? I make myself a Christmas. For me, something I'm really excited to do.
And as he's pointing out, Christmas doesn't only have to come once a year.
Okay, to get to that.
These are just major events that you're looking forward to help you get
something
through
you're
things.
excited to do. Maybe.
Yeah, be different. That's kind of, yeah, everyone has something that makes them different. And it's just capitalizing on that. I like this.
That other people aren't offering.
Because he calls out so many people accidentally doing this.
Okay, I've seen that.
Hold on. I want that one
that's fine
called
because
out specifically because goddamn am I tired of seeing this in descriptions. So
I'm a
tired.
small streamer making a cozy environment. Okay, I've seen that. I'm loud. I like being the center of attention. We have enough of that.
Yeah, we do. Now you see why I wanted to cover those. Because they don't just apply to streaming. They apply to a lot of things. And I got to give major props to Ludwig for how he did this. Major props to Ludwig, the whole Streamer University team, Kai Snat. They were doing a lot to try and help out people. They were. Yeah, they're getting content out of it, but they're still trying to help people out. And there's something to be said for that. And not only that, they're offering it for anybody to watch. You did not have to get accepted to Streamer U to take things away from it. You don't have to be a streamer to take things away from it. So I thought that was really, really important. And guys, if you're watching here on YouTube, thank you so much for joining me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I tried to add my own little bit of backstory, my own little bit of input to this. So hopefully you guys took something out of us. If you're a streamer, if you're not a streamer, if you want to be a streamer, or even if you don't want to be a streamer like my mod Sudoku, if you don't want to be a streamer, hopefully you took something out of this. If it's about discipline, if it's about scheduling, if it's about just making sure you have those events in your life that you are looking forward to. As long as you learned something today, your day was not wasted. So guys, gals, non-binary pals, I will see you again in the next video. Bye.